Hello and welcome to the series finale of the Club Series here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. Paul Smith, Adam Bath with Samuli Kumo on the cameras, bringing you all the action from rounds 19 and 20, the final two races of this Season 5 Club Series Championship. Well, it's been a series with thrills and plenty of spills as well. New race winners and, a familiar face at the top of the standings. Before we go into the standings, we did have it confirmed, Adam, after last week that with the drop scores as they are, Diogo Melro is our Season 5 champion.
Yeah, we didn't speak enough about it, did we, last week? And yeah, it's all been confirmed. The drop scores have all been factored into account. And yeah, we can confirm that Diogo Melro is now a two-time Club Series champion, joining the likes of Pete Howard, who won back-to-back titles in Season 2 and 3. So in illustrious company there, Diogo Melro, he can now relax going into this final race meeting of the season, something he cannot do in the World Series, of course, after what happened last night. But yeah, thoroughly deserved second title for him.
Yeah, certainly. Well, you say he can relax, but he can't really, because his team are involved in a really close battle with CQR that's going down to the wire here, as we'll have a look at the standings, Adam.
Yeah, well, running through the Tier 2 standings first. Tristan Bodice. Oh, shall we run you through the Tier 1, even though Diogo Melro? Diogo Melro is the champion. He's in first by 127 points. That is a gap that is unsurmountable for Matt Bunn to close down. Michael Hall is not too far away from his CQR teammate. That could still be up for grabs over the two races tonight. Adam Hadfield is in fourth place, 9 points ahead of Ben Gregory in fifth. Sharon Kaiser quite a way back in sixth. He's only 3 points ahead of Piers Pryor. Ian Roskell is in 8th, Alex Everett in 9th, and Chris Wood rounds out the top 10. Then in the Tier 2 standings, we've got Tristan Bodice. He's 11th overall, and he's first overall in the Tier 2 category. Only 21 points ahead of Scott Malcolm. I could go all the way to the end there in that championship. Max Wright not too far away, throwing an upset in there as well. Andrew Woodhouse, he's not racing tonight, it doesn't look like, and he's out of it, I believe, as well. He's in 4th, Jim Flanagan in 5th, Sean Gardner in 6th, only 5 points ahead of Jason Rowe. In 7th, Mark Woodhouse 8th, David White 4 points behind in 9th, and Perry Warburton in 10th. And in the team standings, where it is oh so close, Team Mad 9 points ahead of CQR, and CQR will be hoping for a good result, considering they've got the likes of Ash Sutton, Michael Hall and Matt Bunn all inside the top 5 in qualifying at the moment. Radical Racing UK is in 3rd, good 40 or so points ahead of Club 73 of Highville Motorcycles. Also Mech Academy in 5th, only 4 points ahead of GBR Brit Modeler in 6th, GVR in 7th, Club 73 of Nitro Helmets in 7th, Team Dial-Up in 8th, Team Dial-Ups in 9th, Booster Motorsports in 10th, Kunstwaller Subaru for You in 11th, GBR2 Autoplay in 12th, Isla Base Automech in 13th, and Electric Motorsports in 14th place going into this final race of the season.
Yep, so that's the standings as they are, and the focus will certainly be on the Teams Championship, but also that crucial Tier 2 Championship as well. And, I believe it was Craig McLeod-Evans, wasn't it, that won the last time out, so we'll see how that one goes. Just looking at qualifying at the moment, we've got about 5.5 minutes remaining of that. Ashley Sutton leads qualifying provisionally on pole ahead of Adam Hadfield by about 51 thousandths of a second there. Michael Hall 3rd, Diogo Melro 4th with Matt Bunn 5th, Sam Reed 6th, Jeroen Kaiser 7th with Ben Gregory in 8th, Chris Wood 9th, and in 10th place is Stuart McFadden. The Tier 2 standing leader, Tristan Bodice, he's down in 24th, and Scott Malcolm down in 31st place. So Scott is currently behind there. And Max Wright, where is Max Wright? Let's
13th.
13th, so really good. Tell you what, that he's looking good for a good solid first race here, Adam.
Yeah, Max Wright, I think what he has to do is finish as high as he can and hope for a very, very small reverse grid. I think the reverse grid draw today, no pressure on Samuli Kumo, could be the deciding factor in this Tier 2 championship.
And Donington Park as well, it's a tricky circuit to overtake on, especially this national layout. You can make a move into Turn 1, into Redgate Corner, you can try and make a move into McLean's, and then down the finals real spot for overtaking is into that final chicane. But each one of those, Adam, it's, as we found out last night, it's very difficult to actually make those moves stick.
Yeah, this is why I love Donington Park. It's a track that's all about the wits of the drivers. It's all about pushing each other to find out who's going to be the latest on the brakes. You have got that run into Redgate, that's one of them. You've got the run down the hill through the crane of curves. Are you willing to go side by side with your fellow competitor, and then hard on the brakes into the old hairpin there? And yeah, down the back straight into the final chicane. Who is going to be latest on the brakes there? So plenty of opportunities for the drivers to overtake, and as you're saying, Paul, I think the drivers are going to have to be a bit forceful here to try and get their overtakes done, because the way these corners go at Donington, the car that you've just overtaken could have the opportunity to fight back going into the next corner.
Absolutely, it always produces some thrilling racing, and it's such a fitting finale for the series here. About 3.5 minutes left of qualifying remaining here, and well, Adam, we're going into these final 2 rounds. Any sort of highlights of this championship got before we head into these final 2 races?
Oh, now you're making me
I'll
think.
put you on the spot.
Yeah, just looking at all the tracks we went to. We started the season at Brands Hatch, then we went to Monza. Monza always provided great racing there. Interlagos, that was pretty good as well. Mount Panorama, we went to Bathurst for the first time. Tell you what, race 2 at Oran Park, that's probably the highlight of the season. It was absolutely crazy. And race 2 saw, who won there? Race 2, Tom Stanley taking a win there, which is a person we don't usually see at the top. So it provided plenty of action there. Its first event in the club series, and yeah, I'll probably say that's my highlight of the season.
Yeah, it was certainly crazy racing there in that second race at Oran Park, but you could say that about a couple of the other tracks in this series as well with the second races. Those second races, they do provide plenty of action with that reverse grid, but I would say a highlight of mine, well, I'll tell you what, it's seeing everybody get around pretty much everyone apart from Matt Bunn and one other, getting around lap 1 of Spa-Francorchamps at night. Yeah. I've never seen a race round there in those conditions, especially not a Kia race, but to see pretty much everyone bar 2 drivers complete lap 1 without any major incidents was actually quite an impressive feat, and it just shows how far all these drivers have come on who have been running the club series since the start in season 1.
Yeah, it's a fantastic job there, and the track temperature, it being so low as well. I was doing an IMSA race earlier on today, and the track temperature was 18 degrees. I think it was pretty much the same in the club series. To get a front-wheel drive Kia Optima, in which we know how tricky it is in cold type conditions, around a first lap like that at night time as well, is a brilliant achievement. I've also going to throw in the last lap at Imola last week in race 1.
Yes.
Was one of the highlights of the season. That was an absolute fantastic battle between Adam Hadfield and Ash Sutton as well.
Yeah, don't forget there was also Michael Hall and Sam Reed as well, who came to blows right at the end. So anyway, let's focus on qualifying here. We're into the final minute now, and it looks like CQR, well, they're working as a team once again. Ashley Sutton at the head of that queue of CQR cars. It's Michael Hall who's next in line, and then Matt Bunn at the back of the queue. So they're all working together, and you would imagine that Team Mad as well, they'll be working together. Well, actually, no, Diogo Melrose on his own there, so they're all sort of separate of the Team Mad drivers. So no teamwork there from them. Just having a look at these standings. Sam Reed really doing good. He's actually back in the pits, so he won't be improving any times now. Ben Gregory's also back in the pits as well. Chris Wood, the man who I keep on saying owes me a victory. He's out there just about to start a lap, but yeah, he about 13 seconds left, so he's got across the line plenty of time with Ben Hackerson behind. But Chris Wood, he's a driver who's shown a lot of potential this season, just hasn't been able to get that final top spot of the podium.
Yeah, he's getting there, Paul. He's been at the front in reverse grid races. You never know, in round 20 he could throw in an early Christmas present and get that win that he says he owes you. He's currently inside the top 10, so don't rule him out of possibly springing an upset here, but the guys inside the top 5, you can see the quality in the club series right there. Sutton, Hadfield, Hall, Malrow and Bunn, the top 3 in the championship, all inside the top 5 at the end of qualifying.
Yeah, and people just finishing off their qualifying now. The checkered flag is out. Tristan Bodice is coming into the pit, so we'll look at him. So too is John Roberts, Chris Sherburn, he's coming into the pits as well. So pretty much, looking at this, Stephen Baxter, is he on a lap at the moment? It looks like it, so we'll stick with him. Tom Stanley as well, just coming down to the final chicane, so he's finishing his lap here over the curb there. You want to take a curb on the right and try and avoid the curb on the left on that final chicane, because it upsets the car. Your own car just comes across the line, doesn't improve. Tom Stanley, does he improve? No, he doesn't there today. Stephen Baxter's gone back into the pits. Andrew Whitehead and Ethan McColgan's going for a bit of grass tracking. Andrew Whitehead, I think he's just rolling it back to the pit. So I think it's safe to say, Adam, you've got a 44-car grid to go through. Take us through the grid.
Yeah, and so it is a pole position for Ash Sutton in his second race meeting in a row, I do believe. Adam Hadfield in second place. Third, Michael Hall. Fourth, Diogo Melro, our champion. And fifth, it is Matt Bunn. Sixth, Sam Reed. Jerome Kaiser starting in seventh on the grid with Ben Gregory in eighth. Chris Wood inside the top 10. And Stuart McFadden, who was racing last night in the World Series, starts in 10th. Ben Hackerson in 11th. Lewis Bibby just pipped me to a win in race 2. He'll be starting in 12th. Max Wright in 13th. Pete Newman 14th. Clinton Bell in 15th. Alex Everett was racing last night as well in 16th place. Stephen Baxter 17th. Mark Woodhouse 18th. Craig Evans in 19th. And Tom Stanley rounds out the top 20. Ian Roskell 21st. Sean Gardner in 22nd. 23rd for Rob Graham. 24th is our Tier 2 leader in Tristan Bodice. 25th, John Roberts. 26th, Scott Malcolm, who's second in the Tier 2 standings. 27th, Dan Blake in his final race meeting in a Kia for a while, he's been saying. Jim Flanagan in 28th, Lorne Murray 29th, Jason Rowe in 30th, Hugh Warburton 31st, the highest of the Team Dial-Up cars, I do believe. James Leggett in 32nd, Stuart Atkinson in 33rd, David White in 34th, Dale Green 35th, Neil Rocks in 36th, Lyndon Swaby in 37th, Ben Warburton in 38th, 39th for Chris Sherburn, 40th Andrew Whitehead, 41st Dave South, 42nd Bill DeCare, and starting in the back, two cars that haven't set times in qualifying, Ethan McColgan, 43rd.
Well, I appear to have lost Adam. I don't know if everybody else has. Round out the grid there. I don't know if Adam's lost. Oh, no, we got you there. So, yeah, it was just Alan Brown at the back, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Ethan McColgan.
Ethan McColgan as well. Speaking of the back of the grid, they're starting around the final chicane. that is how big the field is.
You're going to have to rely on some marshals telling you when the green lights are on.
Yeah. So anyway, we're just waiting for the final car to come onto the grid, and it is Max Wright. One of the protagonists in Tier 2. He is about to come onto the grid, and I hope he hurries up because he's only got a few seconds. There he is. Right, so we're going to get set for round 19 of Season 5 of the Club Series here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. The red light is on, the driver's getting ready. Green light is on, away we go from the start then. Oh, there's a car not getting away. That's Ben Hackerson gets left on the grid. All the cars having to fan out there. Cars on the grass there. Ashley Sutton in the lead with Adam Hadfield trying to look round the outside. Sutton gets a little bit loose, and here comes Michael Hall down the inside to CQR 1-2 at the moment as they go down the Craner curves. Matt Bunn is trying to follow his way through as well, and CQR, they're trying to get a good start here on the race, and we've got drivers fanning down the Craner curves at the moment. We've lost Alex Everett, we know, just a few technical problems for him, but so far everybody, Andrew Whitehead's got a bit of damage on his car, but pretty much everybody's gone around, and Dan Blake, what on earth has happened to him?
In his final race meeting in the Kia, it's all gone horribly wrong. It's also gone horribly wrong for Chris Wood.
Sean Gardner. Oh no, Stuart Atkinson, sorry. He's got second out as well.
Oh, and so's Alan Brown. He's on his roof, as well as Dan Blake. So I think Blake might have got collected in all of that. But yeah, trouble already for them.
We're heading down to the chicane for the first time then. 20-minute race here. Adam Hadfield has made it back past into second place. It's Ashley Sutton in the lead. Hadfield second, Hall third with Bunn fourth. Diogo Melro, the champion, is in 5th place and he's attacking Matt Bunn. He's wanted to get past to try and get as many points for Team Mad as possible into Redgate Corner. They go side by side. Will they make it through there? We've got more bumping and banging going on further back. Matt Woodhouse is dropping down, so too is Stephen Baxter. He's dropping really down the order there, is Stephen, but well, it's action all the way along here, and 44 cars. It was always going to be a bit of a tight one round here. Everybody though still seeming to go as well, Matt Woodhouse just dropping down a couple of positions, battling away with Tristan Bodice, and we've got a car off further up. That's Stuart McFadden into the wall. So something's happened to him in this one now.
Lewis Bibby also will slow down as well. Tristan Bodice.
Oh, it was Bibby who made side contact with McFadden.
No. So Stuart McFadden, who had started inside the top 10, he's back in the pits. Sharon Kaiser's also in problems as well. He was in 6th at the start of the last lap. He's now down in 17th.
Oh, I tell you what, I have visions of last week coming through here again, because it is Ashley Sutton in the lead, but look at how close Adam Hadfield is to him now. He's really putting the pressure on the CQR driver, and Hadfield, well, he's just got to bide his time here. He's got to look after his tyres, because there's still 17 minutes remaining in this race. There's plenty of time to do this, and you know, if anybody knows how to defend, it is a multiple-time race winner in the Pro Series, Ashley Sutton.
Yeah, and Adam Hadfield did bide his time last week, didn't he? He was able to time it to the last lap and was able to get that win in race 1 at Imola. Is he going to be as patient this time? He might have to be. Oh no, as he gets hit by by Hall, and here comes Melro up the inside.
Yeah, a little bit of a concertina effect there into McLean's, and well, everybody holds on to position for the time being. Not losing out too much time there, so able to carry on there. But Melro, crucial again, in ahead of Matt Bunn, so this is where he can now start trying to get between Michael Hall, just to try and take as many points off of CQR as possible, because that Team Mad, well, as you say, with Jeroen Kaiser dropping down the order, where's Jim Flanagan as well, because he's a Team Mad driver as well. He's in 19th place. Well, it's the top 2 cars over the week that scored for the team, so bit bad there as well, looking down the inside into Redgate. Ben Gregory and Pete Newman battling away as they go down the crane of curves. Gregory just sneaking ahead there as they go down that crane of curves.
That was very close to contact there between those two. Just the smallest rub on from Pete Newman onto the back of Ben Gregory, who's got an awful lot of damage to the front of his car after whacking what was surely Ben Hackerson away from the grid. Now we're climbing back up the hill then. Is he going to try the inside of Sam Reed? Sam Reed covering the inside line, which is what he needs to do. No way through there for the GVR car.
Yeah, as Pete Newman just dashes out there. He's trying to look to the inside of Coppice, and you've got to be careful around here, because it's so easy to pick up a slowdown penalty by cutting Coppice and the old hairpin as well. Those are the 2 places where you see the major slowdown penalties happening, but Pete able to keep a hold of that as they head into the chicane once again. The chicane's another one that you can do it, and I believe he has got a slowdown penalty. Yep, he's dropping back. He's trying to serve that slowdown penalty just before Max Wright comes through. Max Wright, by the way, up to 9th place now, attacking Pete Newman, who's got the slowdown penalty. Through he goes there. Will he get the job done? Oh, it's very close, but I'll tell you what, Max Wright has got the inside for the first part of the crane of curves. They're still going to go side by side though, through the left-hander now, and Pete's got the advantage there. But now, on the inside for the old hairpin, it's going to be still neck and neck, and Pete Newman, good job around the outside. Here comes Alex Everett now, trying to get the position on Max Wright, and he's going to do that as well. And so too, following through is Tom Stanley. So Max Wright losing a couple of positions there in the long run. So going from battling for 8th place down to 11th, we've got Craig McLeod-Evans, the next car, trying to battle in him.
Oh, so it was all looking so good for Max Wright. For a second, it looked like he was going to take 8th place, and now he's down in 10th place, and he's got one of the Isle of Base Automech cars behind him, Craig Evans, along with Clinton Bell as well. That chicane is so hard to get right as well, and Pete Newman picking up a slowdown on that last lap. Alex Everett doing well as well in 9th place, a gain of 7 spots for him. He's been able to work his way through the field after starting in what was 16th place.
Oh, got a car coming out the pits there just as the leaders were coming round, but crucially for CQR, Michael Hall has got ahead of Adam Hadfield. So that will happen on that last lap then. And Hall, down the inside through McLean's and through Coppice. So Hall up into second place now for CQR. 1-2 for them. Diogo Melro now is the next one, looking at the back of Adam Hadfield's car, and he's going to try and get the overlap here, but it's going to be on the outside of Coppice. You don't really see that move working too often, and it doesn't work this time. But Sam Reed and also Ben Gregory have moved ahead of Matt Bunn. So Matt Bunn having a few issues here in this race. He's dropping down the order, and well, he's got to think of second place in the championship as well, because his teammate Michael Hall is going for that second place in the championship.
Yeah, going into this final race meeting of the season, there was just over 70 points between them in the championship. With Michael Hall starting to put a bit of distance between those two, that could start to come down. Of course, we've still got the rest of this race to go and a reverse grid race, so don't rule anything out just yet. But Michael Hall starting to put some distance between himself and his CQR teammate.
Lewis Bibby has gone round the outside of Ian Roskell into the final chicane, so he's gained a position. Yeah, nothing new if you saw what happened last night in the World Series. This time he didn't go rallycrossing. He managed to keep it on the black stuff, and he's moved up into 21st place. Stephen Baxter is battling away with Dale Green, so there's a change of position as well for 31st. So Stephen not having a good race here. Look at how close Hadfield and Diogo are in contact with Hall. Hadfield and Melro now getting together as well. Hall's into the kitty litter, and well, now second place it's Sam Reed. Diogo Melro's running really slow here. I think he's getting out of the way there. I wonder if he's got some terminal damage there. You can get the car repaired, don't forget, in the Club Series. But Michael Hall down to 13th place now after running second.
Yeah, it looked like Clinton Bell was involved in that as well. He's down in 11th place. Who's in second place then? Ash Sutton continues to lead. It's Sam Reed second. Ben Gregory now in third. And Matt Bunn, we were just talking about him a lap ago, saying he drifted behind his teammates. He's now the second highest of the CQR cars in fourth.
Melro pits, so Melro is having to get his car repaired. So big damage for him there. And well, look at this. Ben Gregory, we know he's a quick driver, but it's all just falling to him here at the moment. He's now moved up to third place. He is a race winner for the first time in the season, this season. So he knows what that top step of the podium is like, but that was in the second race. So it's great to see him battling away for a podium position in race one. He's just trying to get up behind Sam Reed, and Pete Newman trying to take advantage of Matt Bunn taking a wide line into McLean's. Not able to do so, and here comes Gregory. Sam Reed, bang! Thank you very much. I'll just barge my way through, and Matt Bunn's going to take advantage of that, and through he goes up into second place. So once again, it's a CQR 1-2, and look at the state of Ben Gregory's car now as they head down to the chicane for this 8th time. A little bit of contact with Pete Newman and Matt Bunn, but Bunn holds on to it. Newman's ahead of Gregory now, so it's Sutton ahead of Bunn, Newman in third, Gregory fourth, Hadfield fifth, although he's recovering after that contact earlier on. Look at how close Newman was getting to Bunn there. And just look at this gaggle of cars. Tom Stanley's in there, and number 40, so that's a back marker. It's Andrew Whitehead just trying to get out the way there. He's in the middle of that gaggle, so he'll be wanting to just get out the way of them lot, because he doesn't want taken out again. As down into the old hairpin, Ben Gregory trying to get past Pete Newman, but can't get it done as we hit the halfway point.
That was nicely held by Matt Bunn going through the final chicane. He's now got to hold off Pete Newman. There's a sense of urgency amongst all these drivers here in this opening race of the day. Don't know why, but yeah, they're definitely forcing their way through going into all of these corners. Is Newman going to look up the inside again? He thinks better of it. All holding on there. Gregory might try and fancy another position. Look
at this queue of traffic though. Because we've got more bumping and bashing, and John Roberts, I believe, falling down. Michael Hall going to the grass there down the straight.
I thought Roberts was about to turn back into him, then he's going to go back up the inside into the chicane.
I'll be amazed if he makes it. Do you know what? He has made the chicane as well. Good work from John Roberts. It holds up Michael Hall. Tristan Bodis, Tier 2 leader, now battling away with Hall as they go down towards turn 1. That's for 13th and 14th. Max Wright, by the way, up to 9th place now, so moving back through your field. Scott Malcolm, where is he in all of this? He is down in 28th, so it's all going a bit pear-shaped for Scott in this first race. He'll be hoping with a for a big reverse grid, but well, up at the front, this battle all the way through is Ben Hackerson actually is battling away with Lewis Bibby through the old hairpin side by side as they head towards McLean's. We've got Jim Flanagan ahead of them. And they're still side by side into McLean's. Lewis Bibby holding it on the inside, but Hackerson around the outside of McLean's. I said it's not often you see that happen and get that done, but he's done that. He's still on the outside for Coppice. He's trying to carry the speed around the outside. And Lewis Bibby, he's going to have to concede that position to Hackerson.
Yeah, good battle unfolding there between Bibby and Hackerson. Hackerson, of course, has got that damage from getting whacked up the rear away from the line. Bibby trying it this way, and that's going into the final chicane. And I feel for Hackerson. I know what it's like to have Lewis Bibby behind you. Something going on as well, Paul.
Yeah, there's a bit of a bumper run there from Pete Newman on Matthew Bunn. So that's the battle for second place. Ashley Sutton, it looked like, has just backed off a little bit on these last couple of laps to get him closer to Matt Bunn. Oh, they still go side by side through the Craner curves. Just look at this queue of traffic though. It's all going from second place right down to about 15th place is this. So it's a huge queue of traffic. And Ben Hackerson's dropping down. He's off at the old hairpin. What on earth has happened to him there? I'll be able to tell you. He got on the grass and there was a bit of contact with Bibby there. And around he goes into the gravel. He's back up and running just in front of Perry Warburton, who goes past him now. But it's been a nightmare of a race for Ben Hackerson, who of course didn't get away from the start.
Yeah, not what he wanted there. And I don't know if Lewis Bibby, the contact was definitely could have been avoided the first contact, but then when Hackerson rejoined the track, I don't know if it was avoidable there, the second quarter panel, but yeah, Hackerson now down in what is 27th place, so he's still in with a shout of a reverse grid for race 2.
Lyndon Swaby's been turned around by Stephen Baxter. Lyndon was trying to give some room to car on the outside. Baxter just got onto that quarter panel and Swaby goes round into the barrier. He's back up and running though. It's 37th place now for him. But, well, Newman and Bunn have actually pulled out a little bit of a gap now on Tom Stanley, who's moved up to 4th place. Just looking at the starting positions of some of these drivers, Pete Newman 14th up to 3rd, Tom Stanley 20th to 4th.
Yeah, some of those big order changes there, and my favourite stat of always cars that started inside the top 10 that finished there. We haven't got many left at the moment, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So half the top 10 have already gone off somewhere. And yeah, with just 6 minutes to go in this race, we could see more position changes going on. Could Pete Newman get that second place away from Matt Bunn? He's still relatively close to making an attack. Speaking of attacks, Max Wright's trying to get past Sam Reed, looking going into the chicane there. Club 73 versus Automech.
Yeah, Automech Academy doing a fantastic job this season. They've surpassed their initial expectations for the season, and to see Max Wright battling away for the Tier 2 Championship. Sam Reed's making a move on Ben Gregory into Redgate Corner, and through he goes, and Max Wright's trying to actually follow him through here. Down the Craner curves they're going to go side by side, Gregory and Wright, and I think Gregory's got a little bit more damage on that car now, because he just seems to be struggling with that one a little bit.
Yeah, and that's another crucial position for Max Wright. He wants to gain as many positions as he can for the Tier 2 Championship, especially considering Tristan Bodice is in 22nd place and Sean Gardner is in 17th. Oh, and Scott Malcolm, yeah, as well, who's in 26th place. So many points getting gained here by Max Wright. He'll be eager to get another position off for Sam Reed in front.
By the way, Series champion, Season 5 champion, is down in 32nd place after having to get his car repaired. So not the first race that he would have expected. But now down into the final chicane, Pete Newman attacks the curbs on that final chicane. He seems to carry a little bit of extra speed through there compared to Matt Bunn. We're going into the final quarter of the race now, and Newman's going to look to the inside of Redgate now. He got that run out of the final chicane, and Newman down the inside. Will he hold on to that position? Bunn's able to get on the power earlier to try and carry the speed around the corner, and here we go then, down the Craner curves, the side by side. Will there be any contact? Will there be any rubbing? They'll be trying to keep it clean. These two, of course, race in the Pro Series, which finished a few weeks ago now. Oh, Bunn running right out onto the grass, onto the dirt there. Newman still side by side. Fantastic racing from these two as they head up to McLean's, and it's going to be Newman forcefully making his way through, but Bunn now is getting the cutback, and all this side-by-side action is bringing Tom Stanley and Adam Hadfield, the recovering Adam Hadfield, into this battle now.
Yeah, this has definitely bunched things up now, and Pete Newman will be trying to get the move done around the outside into the chicane. Lewis Bibby's been able to get it done. Matt Bunn on the inside, CQR driver, of course. Oh, Newman's late on the brakes, round the outside he goes, and that is a position there. So Pete Newman's able to get it done, and a brilliant move round the outside of the final chicane.
Yeah, he seems to have the edge in that final chicane over Matt Bunn, and it's shown there. And now Bunn is coming under attack from Tom Stanley, who himself is coming under attack from Adam Hadfield as well. This is a battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. As they go into Redgate Corner once again, and down the Craner curves. By the way, Ashley Sutton is still out in the lead, 1.4 seconds ahead of Pete Newman, who's 2nd place, 3rd place Matt Bunn, Tom Stanley 4th with Adam Hadfield 5th, Alex Everett, great good work from him, moving up to 6th with Sam Reed now in 7th place, Max Wright in 8th with Ben Gregory in 9th, and Craig McLeod-Evans rounds up your top 10 of this race. Drivers that need to be a little bit worried, Dan Blake and Sam Reed actually needs to be really worried about the instant count. So too does James Leggett and Lyndon Swaby as Ben Gregory runs wide at McLean's, and he's lost a couple of positions there, and through goes Clinton Bell, Craig McLeod-Evans and Jeroen Kaiser.
Yeah, he was helped. Who was he helped by though? He was helped by the Isle of Base Automet car of Craig Evans, just forced the GVR car off, and now Evans fancies his sights on the inside of Sam Reed and hits Sam Reed. Oh, and that's it. Oh, he's all over the place there, and so's Craig Evans, so that might be karma right there. And this has allowed a whole load of other cars through.
I'm amazed that Sam Reed is still going, considering he's on 11 instant points. Looking at the front battle here, Adam Hadfield has made it past Tom Stanley now, and he's tried to make a move on Matt Bunn as well, as we're into the final 2 minutes. A 2-minute warning in this one, and it is Matt Bunn in that 3rd place. He's having to hang on by the skin of his teeth there through the right-hander at the old hairpin. But this gaggle of cars now, they're battling away for that final step of the podium. Tom Stanley, though, he'll be a little bit upset to have lost that place to Adam Hadfield, but now it's Hadfield trying to get past that CQR driver of Matthew Bunn. Pete Newman and Ashley Sutton, they've checked out in front of this group, and Alex Everett now going down the inside of Tom Stanley through Coppice, gets a little bit out of shape, and Tom Stanley will hold on to that position. But now look at Hadfield, he's known to be late on the brakes, Adam. He's going to have a look here on Matt Bunn a bit.
Yeah, he was late on the brakes at Ravazza in the last race meeting at Imola, and was able to get the lead. Hall has Bunn has an appalling run through the chicane, and that's what's given Adam Hadfield his opportunity. Will any other drivers fancy their chances of getting the place as well? Hadfield moves across, that's brave, and here comes Everett. Be careful, that's close, and into Redgate. Everett should have the position, but Bunn's late on the brakes.
Yeah, he's late on the brakes, but Alex Everett is through the inside of Bunn as well. The CQR driver just dropping down the order. He's getting a bit freight trained here, Tom Stanley. He's still side by side with Everett, going through the Craner curves into the old hairpin. And it is Matt Bunn. He's still side by side with Everett. Everett and Bunn, you can't be separated here. It's like Newman and Bunn from a couple of laps ago. Bunn trying to push him right out to the right-hand side there and forces his way back into 4th place. So Bunn able to hold on to that position. But we're heading down the final 20 seconds. And, well, it could possibly be the last lap looking at this, because it might just run out of time. We'll have to wait and see if the checkered flag does come out. But Ashley Sutton's heading into the final chicane now, over the right, through the left. Will he take his time to go across the line? The timing line is there. We're going to have one more lap then. A final lap shootout for these spots further down, because Alex Everett, Tom Stanley, Sam Reed and Max Wright are all together on track. Jeroen Kaiser is under pressure from John Roberts as well, going into Redgate Corner. But, well, if you're going to make a move, now's your time, Adam, because, you've got one lap remaining.
Yeah, very close there. Sutton crossed the line with 19 minutes and 59 seconds on the clock, and that's enough for them to do another lap. Newman 2nd, 3rd Adam Hadfield, Matt Bunn still just holding on. Alex Everett might try and fancy his chances towards the end. Tom Stanley 6th, 7th Sam Reed, Max Wright is there in 8th, 9th Kaiser, and Roberts rounding out the top 10 as well.
We have lost James Leggett in this race. He's got a disqualification. Matt Bunn having to go defensive on Alex Everett then through McLean's. able to hold on for the time being as they head through Coppice now, down the straight for the final time. And it is, this time, the final time that Ashley Sutton will go through that chicane and will take a race 1 victory here for the first time, his first win in the Club Series. It takes the checkered flag ahead of Pete Newman and Adam Hadfield. Matt Bunn is going to hold on to that 4th place, which is crucial for CQR in the Teams Championships, as he goes for a bit of a spin there across the line. And well, we'll see how everybody else shapes up at the end of this race. Just looking further down your order, Diogo Melro and Scott Malcolm battling it out for 24th, I do believe. And Melro going to the grass there on the exit. It'll be a photo finish across the line, and I do believe Melro just got the position there ahead of Scott Malcolm. Yes, he did. Oh, I tell you what, he was pushing his luck a bit there, was Melro. And, well, we've still got the final few cars coming across the line. Lyndon Swaby's going to be one of the final few across the line, along with David South. Dan Blake, it's been a major disappointment for Dan to have had that incident on lap 1 there. He comes across the line then, and that's all your finishers then. So, Adam, why don't you take us through those finishing results for the first race?
Okay, so Ash Sutton takes his first win in the Club Series, 2.8 seconds ahead of Pete Newman in the end. Second for Pete Newman, third Adam Hadfield after starting on the front row. Matt Bunn finishing in 4th, Alex Everett in 5th. 6th, Tom Stanley, 7th, Sam Reed. Max Wright getting 8th place. 9th, Sharon Kaiser, and 10th is John Roberts. Cars that started inside the top 10 that finished there. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 11th is Clinton Bell, 12th Ben Gregory, 13th Mark Woodhouse. Michael Hall started on the second row of the grid in 3rd place, however that contact with Diogo Melro really hampered him in the second half of the race, finishing in 14th. Sean Gardner 15th, Craig Evans in 16th, 17th Ian Roskell, Lewis Bibby finishing in 18th, 19th for Chris Wood and 20th Jason Rowe. Jim Flanagan 21st, 22nd Tristan Bodis, Diogo Melro finishing in 23rd place, just ahead of Scott Malcolm. Law Murray in 25th, Perry Warburton in 27th for Neil Rocks, 28th David White, 29th Chris Sherburn and 30th for Dale Green, 31st Ben Warburton, 32nd Bill DeCare. If we get a full reverse grid, he'll be on the pole for the final race of the season. Stephen Baxter finishing in 33rd, Ben Hackerson 34th, getting hit away from the line and finishing outside the top 30. 35th Lyndon Swaby, Dave South in 35th. So in 36th, Dan Blake in 37th, and the cars one lap down or more. Rob Gray in 38th, Andrew Whitehead was fighting in and amongst the guys at the front, but was in 39th place, 1 lap down. His teammate Stuart Atkinson, 2 laps down, issues on the opening lap of the race for him, which might have forced an early visit to the pits. James Leggett, 41st, 3 laps down. Ethan McColgan, 8 laps down, and Alan Brown was on his roof on lap 1 of the race, and Stuart McFadden also out on the opening lap of the race there.
Yeah, he certainly was, and yeah, interesting first race there. But what we'll do is, because we didn't get to speak to him, we'll have a word with our new champion. And Adam Bath, why don't you take it away with now back-to-back champion Diogo Melro?
Oh, Diogo Melro, yeah, 2-time champion now in the Club Series. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm just focused now to try to win the teams as well. So, yeah.
How was that first race out there? It was pretty action-packed for you. You had a bit of contact with Michael Hall early on in the race.
Yeah, I think I had the bad luck there. I think Adam Hatfield went in the back of Michael Hall, and they were started to spin, and I was involved in the end, so I had to pit and fight back, and I managed to get 23rd, I think. So yeah, I'm happy, but it could have been better.
If you could pick out a highlight of the season so far, which one would you pick out?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know. Me and Paul are having the same issue as well. Next season, are you planning on returning to defend your 2 titles?
Yeah, I'll be here trying to defend the 2 titles and win the 3rd one, and try to pass Pete Harrod on the 2 titles as well.
Paul, anything for Diogo before we let him go?
No, I've got to say, pretty much covered everything. Just how the team finding this, because it's a bit of a struggle with both yourself and your own getting caught up in things in that first race.
Yeah, it's not a circuit that we enjoy, and I'm not that good on it, so we try to make the best we can, and yeah, let's see what the second race does for us.
Okay, before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah, to my teammates, Dave, and yeah, I thank them already for everything. So yeah, that's all.
Okay,
And
well
you guys,
done. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, well done on the 2 titles then, and well done on all the work you've done this season. And yeah, hopefully best of luck for race 2.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
So yeah, so that was Diogo Melro then, 2-time champion, joining us here, and we've got the small matter of the reverse grid to look at, Adam. So why don't we have a look at that now?
Yeah, it's the final one of the year, and it could be crucial in terms of who is going to be in with a shot of the title. And Tristan Bottas will be hoping for any number larger than 22. If it's 21, he'll be in a bit of a spot of bother because he will be forced to start in 22nd place. But here are the drivers eligible: Jim Flanagan, Tristan Bottas, Diogo Melro, who we were just talking to there, Scott Malcolm, Lorne Murray, Perry Warburton, Neil Rocks, David White, Chris Sherburn, Dale Green, Ben Warburton and Bill DeCare. So for the final time this season, Samuli Kumo will spin the wheel and we will find out who's going to be on pole for the final race of the year.
Yep, so the wheel will go around, and where it lands, we don't know. That's why we have Samula here. So let's have a look at what comes up, and it is 21! Set of, I think we need to. I think somebody needs to. I think Max Wright needs to pay us off for that one. Yeah, because that means that Jim Flanagan will be on pole position.
Yeah, and it means that Tristan Bottas will be starting where he finished in 22nd place, and it only means that Max Wright will have a relatively clear run at it because Scott Malcolm also finished lower than 21, and he'll be starting in 24th place. So golden opportunity for Max right here to gain some more points and possibly have a shot at the title. Jim Flanagan's on pole then, and we always expect a good second race if he's at the front. Jason Rowe second, Chris Wood third. He does owe you that win, Paul. He's starting on the second row. Lewis Bibby, who won race 2 in the World Series last night, he's starting on the second row as well. And Ian Ross will be starting in 5th.
Yeah, it's going to be some great racing, so make sure you hang around with us here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live for the action from the final round of the Club Series, and what a series it has been. So make sure you stick around for race 2 of the evening in just a few minutes.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Truex in the outside, contact made, 56 slides it at a 4, who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Welcome back to the Club Series here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. Thank you for joining us. Fantastic to have you along. And, well, we have got the final round of the championship, and it's still all to play for in the Tier 2 standings and in the team standings as well. It's all just going to go down to the wire, and we're going to have to get our abacus out, Adam, because it's going to be taking quite a bit of maths to work that out during the race.
Yeah. And of course with drop scores to factor into account as well, we'll have to wait most likely for Jerome to update the points at the end of the race meeting, but we'll try our best to work out what's going on. From what we're told, due to all the drop scores and everything, it's a 34-point swing between Max Wright and Tristan Bodice going into this final race of the season. So basically Max Wright needs to have a top 10 finish with it being a disaster for Tristan Bodice. That's what we're saying. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, anything can happen in the Club Series, and as Murray Walker used to say, it usually does. And, well, I mean, we saw plenty of action in that first race. It was a bit more robust than normal for a race one here in the Club Series. So, race two, with how they've been in the last few weeks, anything could happen in the results here.
Well, we've got all the right stuff for it, haven't we? We've got Jim Flanagan starting on the pole. Memories go back to that race at Brands Hatch Indy back a few seasons ago. And a very angry Andrew Woodhouse when he became the winner. And race two as well. It's the final race meeting of the season, so drivers wanting to go out on a high. Plus we're at Donington Park as well, and if anything's to go by, race one here, the way the track is, it provides plenty of great racing. So, watch out for a pretty exciting final 20 minutes of the year.
I thought you were going to say people are determined to go out with a bang.
High and a bang, yeah.
You never know. It could be an interesting one, that's for sure. Just drivers in there warm up for this final race. Interesting thing to note, track is a little bit cooler because it is late afternoon now. So that track temperature has dropped down a little bit, so cold tyres on the first lap, that could cause some serious issues for a few drivers at the start of this one, and could play a crucial role in teams and Tier 2 championship. Yeah,
the track temperature was in the 30s for race one. Now with the sunset conditions, it's now down to 28 degrees. It's slightly cooler in terms of the ambient temperature as well, 23 degrees. Not a very big wind at all either, so we'll see how the drivers can get on, and we'll see if there's any problems with tyre wear in the final few minutes of the race.
Yeah, tyre wear was a little bit of a factor in that first race, as we saw drivers struggling along with damage. But yeah, this second race, it should relatively be a little bit easier for tyre wear, that's for sure. Just one back of grid penalty to say about, and that is Sean Gardner has got a back of grid penalty. So he was due to start in 7th, so he's dropped back to the back of the grid, and with it being a 44-car grid, that's going to be a tall order for him.
Who was it starting at the back of the grid again?
Sean Gardner.
Sean Gardner. Yeah, Sean Gardner. So, not what he wanted going into the final race meeting of the season. Had dropped down to 7th in the Tier 2 standings as well for Kunstweiler Subaru for you. So he's going to have to spend the rest of the race trying to get some form of good result and help Kunstweiler in the team standings as well, because going into that race meeting they were just behind Boosted.
And well, Adam, as the session gets ready, you've got about a minute or so to go through the grid. Good luck.
Here we go, 40 plus cars then. Jim Flanagan on the pole, Jason Rowe 2nd, Chris Wood in 3rd, Lewis Bibby in 4th, Ian Roskell 5th, Craig Evans 6th, Michael Hall in 7th, Mark Woodhouse in 8th, Ben Gregory 9th and Clinton Bell in 10th. 11th John Roberts, 12th Sharon Kaiser, 13th Max Wright, key guy there, Sam Reed 14th, Tom Stanley in 15th, 16th Alex Everett, 17th Matt Bunn, 18th Adam Hadfield, 19th Pete Newman, 20th our race 1 winner Ash Sutton. Tristan Bodice starting in 21st, Diogo Melro 22nd, 23rd Scott Malcolm, 24th Lauren Murray, 25th Perry Warburton, 26th Neil Rocks, 27th Dave White, 28th Chris Sherburn, 29th Dale Green and Ben Warburton in 30th, 31st Bill DeCare, 32nd Stephen Baxter, 33rd Ben Hackerson, 34th Lyndon Swaby, 35th Dave South, 36th Dan Blake, 37th Rob Graham, 38th Andrew Whitehead, 39th Atkinson, 40th Leggett, 41st McColgan, 42nd Alan Brown, 43rd Stuart McFadden, and starting at the back in 44th it is Sean Gardner.
Oh, well done there, Adam. You're good to have a lie down now, but here we go then. The red lights are on for the final round of the championship. The green light goes on. Away we go from the start then. And Jim Flanagan, it is from the front. Will he get a good start? He does, but coming up alongside him as well. And we've got cars just fanning out 3-4 wide further down the order, but it is Jim Flanagan in the lead ahead of Chris Wood in second. We've got a spinner further round. Max Wright. Oh, the tier 2 hopeful is off. Pete Newman is off in the grass as well, so something's happened to Pete. It's all kicking off here in this race, and well, going through the old hairpin. Will everybody else be able to make it through? We've had a number of cars crashing down the train of curves, but crucially, Max Wright, Matt Bunn is another one involved in instance as well. So he's trying to return back to the track. We've got a car off as well. I do believe somebody's blown an engine. Maybe just into the wall. Somebody else blows it into the wall. Oh, we've got absolute carnage further down the order, but crucially at the front for Team Mad, it is Jim Flanagan in the lead of this one ahead of Chris Wood. Third place, it is Jason Rowe. So great work from the GVR driver. Fourth place, Ian Roskell with Michael Hall up to fifth place then. Ben Gregory, the other GVR driver, into sixth place, and Chris Wood looking to the outside of Redgate. First corner, second lap, but Jim Flanagan holding on to that inside line.
Yeah, Jim Flanagan's probably the best defender in the whole series alongside Ashley Sutton. So Chris Wood's going to have his work cut out in trying to get past one of the Team Mad cars, of course. He's going for the title as well. And up the inside is Jason Rowe, is it? Yes, it is. Oh no, he's fending off attention from Ian Roskell. And here comes Michael Hall as well, along with Ben Gregory. Here they all come then. We're climbing up the hill, and Jerome Kaiser's in the mix as well.
Yeah, Team Mad trying to get some good points here for that team's championship. But your own Kaiser getting involved with Ben Gregory there. Ian Roskell as well, all having a bit of a tripping over each other. Oh, they're going too wide. They're bumping doors. John Roberts and Tom Stanley, they're carrying on. And look to the front now. Jim Flanagan taking that defensive line into the final chicane. This is the end of lap 2. Flanagan has the line, but Chris Wood, you feel, is the faster driver. And if he gets past, he could try and make a breakaway and finally do the job. Stephen Baxter in the background, by the way, has been off at the Coppice corner. Coming down the straight once again, Chris Wood looking to the outside, but Jim Flanagan doing an absolutely ideal job. Oh, he's holding that defensive inside line, and Chris Wood tried to get the cutback there as we're going side by side. Further back, your own Kaiser and Ian Roskell.
Yeah, at the moment, Chris Wood and Jim Flanagan aren't losing too much time, but if they continue to do that, then everyone else is going to get there. Jason Rowe isn't too far away from these guys now. Look at them all going through the old hairpin after the crane of curves. Adam Hadfield trying to get past Clinton Bell on the exit. He's alongside the Club 73, the yellow one, and they're going up to the top of the hill. Hadfield at the inside. Club 73 with the other Nitro helmets, with the karting liveried on the side. And Adam Hadfield's through. Chris Wood's through for the lead as well. Yeah,
Chris Wood crucially making that move, although they're slow at the corner. And look at this, Jason Rowe down the middle. He's going to try and make it 3 wide into the chicane. Ben Gregory's look at the back of Michael Hall. Wood loses that lead, and Jim Flanagan holds on to the lead. Look at this gaggle of cars, all battling over. Oh, Michael Hall's turned around. Your own Kaiser's gone into the side of him there. Comes back onto the track. Oh, how everybody missed him. Tristan Bodis is the one who had to take avoiding action there, but it's all kicking off here in this final race. Jim Flanagan taking that defensive line. He's got damage on the front right corner of his car, and Chris Wood now is getting a bit impatient. Jason Rowe says, away you go, Ben Gregory, you're my teammate, you're the faster driver, get on through, go for a win. And Wood around the outside of the old hairpin, and that's the job done on Jim Flanagan. And Gregory is now trying to follow his way through as well, and we've lost Diogo Melro from the race.
So for the second time, Diogo Melro involved in contact during the race. Someone else is mustering themselves through the order, and guess who? It's Ash Sutton. Surprise, surprise, and he's just getting past Tom Stanley up to the top of the hill as well. So Ash Sutton up another place. He's up 13 spots now, Ash Sutton. So he's up inside. He's nearly inside the top 5. He's up to 7th.
Yeah, certainly doing a good job here. Tier 2 leader Tristan Bodice is in 15th place. He's ahead of Scott Malcolm, one of his title protagonists. But the big one, the big story was Max Wright getting involved in first lap shenanigans, and he is out there. And, well, is that Jim well, it's one of the Team Mad cars going out. Yes, Kaiser going to the pits. Sam Reed, what's happened to him in this one?
He was up there, wasn't he? Where is he now?
Well, he's dropping down my order here.
Going to see what happens to him.
We've lost him. Yeah, he's out. So that's a Club 73 car out. Club 73 with nitro helmets, but it's a Club 73 with high hill motorcycles at the front, but under pressure from Gregory.
Yeah, it was contact with Melro, and here comes the battle for the lead again is on. Here comes Gregory. Oh, he's out of control and he's off into the gravel, and he might be able to rescue it and not lose too many positions. He's going to lose positions to blooming Jim Flanagan.
He's lost a position to John Roberts as well, and here comes Ashley Sutton up to 4th place now is Sutton. So great driving from Ashley there, but you've got to be careful when you're returning to the track, and luckily John Roberts saw him coming onto the track, so didn't end up getting sideswiped by him. But yeah, Sutton up to 4th place now, the race 1 winner. Can he do the double here? It's been a while since we've actually seen a double done in this series, so be good to get that one here today. But with just under 14 minutes remaining, Sutton's going down the inside of John Roberts, and that's now up to 3rd place for the race 1 winner.
He's just ticking them off, isn't he? He was able to get Dan Blake last week at Imola, closed up 2 seconds within the final 1.5 laps of the race. He did it in brilliant fashion there, unfortunately for Dan Blake, as up the inside goes Gregory, and that was very close to contact on John Roberts there. Roberts grimly holding on in that boosted motorsport car. He's also had a good race so far, gained 7 positions from his starting spots, but that is paled into insignificance. Ash Sutton up 17 spots since the start.
Yeah, great work there from our race 1 winner, but looking further down the order as well, Stephen Baxter's trying to recover positions. He's going side by side with Perry Warburton as they head up towards McLean's as well. That's a battle for 30th place. Perry giving the space and Baxter goes through, so Baxter into 30th place now, having to recover from an earlier incident. Talking about recovering from an earlier incident, Michael Hall, he's making a move on David White, who we've seen have a couple of reverse grid pole positions and do a good job of it as well. He's in 19th place, Michael Hall 20th, so Hall dropped down a number of positions then after that incident. And Dan Blake, look at this, Dan Blake, he's looking down the inside of Craig McLeod Evans. This is a battle for 16th place, so Dan Blake, after having that incident in the first race, what a drive from him, as Sutton makes it past Jim Flanagan, although I think there was a little bit of contact there as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. Jim Flanagan isn't the easiest guys to get by. Sutton up the inside of the old hairpin. It was forceful, but Sutton was there, and I think he had the corner, and yeah, just the smallest bit of door rubbing there, and Jim Flanagan had to take a small trip through the grass, but that's Sutton up to 2nd place now.
Talking about a little bit of rubbing there, Ben Gregory was...
and Adam Hadfield's off. Into the wall, bang.
Oh, well, what happened there with Hadfield? He got a tag there from behind. It was a Club 73 car, and it was Clinton Bell. So contact with Clinton Bell there with Adam Hadfield. Hadfield's dropping down the order. He's got a severely damaged car. There's another car off as well, further down the order. And that is Neil Rocks. He's in the gravel as well at Coppice. So he's had a bit of fun and excitement there. Oh, he got caught by Hadfield's car, who's still out of control there. And he's gone for multiple rolls.
Oh, no. So Neil Rocks involved in issues at the end of the season. Hasn't been the best season for him, has it?
Contact with
Bibby Hall,
David. Yeah, no. Bibby and Hall. And also David White involved in that one. And, David White 17th now. Hall was bouncing all over the place there after that contact, but Bibby and Hall still going side by side through the old hairpin, and Hall just decides to get out of that
Disqualified.
one.
Disqualified whoever that was with him. Was it David White? No, it wasn't. It was we can know who it is. Was it? No, I don't know who it was, but someone was disqualified.
Bibby's connection, I think.
Oh, is it?
He's been having a few connection problems these last couple of weeks, so it always confuses us. The only person disqualified from the race so far is Yogo Melro. So that's the only one with a disqualification in this race. Heading down towards Redgate corner. Look at this now, half the race to go, and Chris Wood is under pressure from race 1 winner Ashley Sutton. Sutton looking to the inside of Redgate, making the late move, but Chris Wood, he's shown that he's got some pace in this car, but a little bit of damage on this car as well, and that could hinder him in the long run as we head towards the end of this race.
10 minutes to hold on. Hope you made of strong stuff, Chris Wood, because you're going to be in for the ride of your life here with Ash Sutton right behind him. Ben Gregory Flanagan also going at it. Flanagan forced off again, and Flanagan will come on just behind Ben Gregory.
And Tom Stanley as well. Stanley's there in front of them as well. Look at this now. The battle for the race lead. Wood is having to go defensive. He's trying to hold the apex. He's trying to park it there. But look at this. The better run through Coppice Corner. Ashley Sutton is side by side. You imagine it's going to be a matter of time. It's less than the late breakers down into the chicane here at the end of the lap, and it is Sutton who takes the lead in this one ahead of Chris Wood. John Roberts is in third ahead of Ben Gregory, who we saw muscling his way through on Jim Flanagan, and well, the Team Mad driver now down to 6th place. Just having a look at the other Team Mad drivers. Where are they? Because Diogo's out. Where's your own Kaiser? He's down in 34th. With Michael Hall 21st, you would have to say that CQR are looking pretty good for the team's championship.
Yeah, definitely. Sutton 19 positions up to the top. Michael Hall is in there as well, but I think one of them's definitely got a whole load of damage, and I think they've got to worry about their incident count as well. Michael Hall just in 21st place. He's trying to get past the 2 cars in front who are battling. That's Dave White and the Automech car of Rob Graham. Round the outside there. Forcing a bit wide. And that might be easy pickings for Hall. Yes, it is. And now he fancies the Automech car too.
Yeah, he does. He's got, you say there's a lot of damage. He has got a lot of damage as Michael Hall. Look at that car. It's a mess. The thing is, CQR have got Matthew Bunn in 25th as well. So that's another one who's ahead of your own Kaiser. So they've got a little bit of a safety gap there because, of course, it is only the top 2 top scoring drivers of the week. Oh, there's contact down at the chicane.
Tom Stanley, was it? Yeah. And Jim and John Roberts, that's forced him down a few positions there. Cars all scrambling this way and that. John Roberts just holding on. Up the inside goes Jason Rowe on Flanagan. Flanagan's getting hit this way and that. Tom Stanley also back in the mix too. And Tom Stanley and Ian Roskell all as well.
Yeah, they're all in this. Clinton Bell, Alex Everett, Mark Woodhouse. We could see Matt Woodhouse up there actually. Tristan Boddice. All he has to do is finish this race, and quite frankly, being in the middle of that gaggle, he might want to move back as Jason Rowe is out wide on the grass, and Tom Stanley is going to make a move on Jason there. Jason, who's doing a fantastic job this season, really has worked hard on his driving and his racecraft. Oh, there's a car sideways further back. Who was that?
That
was Matt Woodhouse. I tell you what, Tristan Boddice will have had his heart in his mouth then seeing that car perpendicular in front of him. But Tristan Boddice going down the inside, then Alex Everett is having to go a little bit defensive. It's all jostling for positions down towards the chicane. Jason Rowe down the inside of Clinton Bell. Contact the Club 73 with nitro helmets. And, well, Clinton Bell will have a slowdown penalty because of that. Jason Rowe holding back. I say he should have a slowdown penalty. He's managed to stay ahead of Jason Rowe. So Alex Everett diving down the inside of Redgate. That's going to be 1 position, possibly 2 positions, as Clinton Bell possibly losing a position here. Going down the Craner curves now, it is Bell and Everett side by side through the Craner curves, and Bell is just going to be ahead, although Everett, will he stick his nose in? No, he won't. Yes, he will. He'll stick his nose in, almost rubbing there. Ben Hackerson now is through behind Alex Everett as well. Jason Rowe dropped him down to 10th place in this race, and Tristan Boddice a solid 12th place for the time being, keeping his nose clean in this one. Drivers need to be worried are James Leggett and Andrew Whitehead though, but I'll just say that, Andrew Whitehead gets himself disqualified. So James Leggett needs to be careful in this one. He's sitting on the bubble there for instant points. Just to run through the top 10 here while we can. It is Ashley Sutton ahead of Chris Wood in 2nd place. 3rd place is Ben Gregory with John Roberts in 4th place. Then you've got this gaggle of cars, well, small gaggle here of Jim Flanagan in 5th, Tom Stanley 6th, and then this huge gaggle of cars there. Clinton Bell, Alex Everett and Ben Hackerson looking down the inside of Everett and makes the move stick, so that's a change of position there. So Everett down to 9th place, and Jason Rowe rounding out your top 10.
Oh, this is close between Everett and Hackerson. Through the Craner curves, is Hackerson just going to be able to hold on? He does. Everett having to slot in behind now. Hackerson up 25 positions. Puts Ash Sutton's position gain into insignificance, doesn't it?
Oh, Jim Flanagan's losing the position here to Tom Stanley. Stanley down the inside into McLean's. Manages to hang on to the position, so that's up to 5th place now for Tom. And he'll be trying to move forward, trying to get a place on John Roberts next. But Jim Flanagan is not giving this one up without a fight. He knows he's in the battle for the team's championship. It might be a bit of a losing cause here, but he's going for it. He's gunning for it. He's trying to get the move done. Just bumps Tom Stanley there into the chicane. Stanley manages to hold on to it, and just the slightest of contact. But when you're under braking like that, it's so easy to turn this Kia around because there's no weight over those back wheels as they head down to Redgate once again. But Flanagan won't get the job done, but trying to get the cutback here.
Yeah, Flanagan got a good run out of the final chicane, but just wasn't able to do anything about it. And yes, remains inside the top 10 in 6th place. But yeah, that's another position change going on there. Someone dropping down the order.
Michael Hall losing the front position. Stuart McFadden's gone through now. He's got Sean Gardner behind him. And I tell you what, I think that damage is now really taking its toll on Michael Hall's tyres, because he is just dropping down the order here. But as I said, with Matthew Bunn being there as well, they don't need to panic that much with Diogo Mauro being out the race.
Yeah, the fact that Diogo Mauro is going to score 0 points in this race has definitely helped them somewhat, considering the 2 of their drivers are outside the top 20 now. But yes, with just over 3.5 minutes to go in this race, CQR looking pretty strong for the team's title now with Ash Sutton out front.
And speaking of looking strong for the title, Tristan Bodis is trying to make moves on Jason Rowe. He doesn't need to make moves really, but he wants to finish the season off on a high, does Tristan, going into Redgate Corner. And around they go. And just having a look, where's Max Wright ended up? He's 31st now after having a pit stop earlier on. And, Tristan Bodis, as I say, he just has to finish. And he's ahead of Scott Malcolm as well, the man who was 2nd going into this week. So, really, Tristan is in a very good position as we're into the final 3 minutes of this race. It's flown by as this race.
Oh no, this race, where's the time gone? Side by side between Everett and, that's close between him and Clinton Bell. A few seconds ago, Bell was fighting away with Hackerson. Hackerson's just scampered off. Now Everett's going to try and go around the outside because we head down the back straight.
Yeah, they're going through Coppice there, side by side still. Clinton Bell trying to get the move completed. That Club 73 with nitro helmets. Car into the chicane, but Bell just backs off. He's trying to get the better run out of the chicane, but Alex Everett, look at the speed that he's able to carry through that chicane and gets the job done. Now look at this further forward. Ben Gregory is under attack from John Roberts here. This is a battle for the final spot on the podium. It'd be great to see John make it onto the podium in this final round. And these two, they're battling away. They've got Tom Stanley behind them and Jim Flanagan as well. So all is not lost for Jim Flanagan. He could make up a couple of positions here if there's a little bit of shenanigans go on. And John Roberts getting the better run through the old hairpin on Ben Gregory as they head up to McLean's. But Gregory just holding that defensive position, and Roberts trying to go take the wider line into McLean's to get the tighter run out of it.
Very close this. Not too many laps left in this race either. Up to the top of the hill. Roberts is going to go around the outside. That's going to be brave. I'll see if that works. Better be careful because Tom Stanley will now fill that void on the inside, and he might be hung out to dry here going into the chicane. We could be about to go 3 wide as well. Tom Stanley looking up the inside. That's very close. And who's going to be latest on the brakes? It is just Gregory, and Roberts just slots back into that middle position.
Yeah, just as we cross the line, we're going to have 2 more laps in this race. And, well, Roberts now under pressure from Tom Stanley. So going from attack to defence now is Roberts going into Redgate Corner. Jim Flanagan is showing his nose on Tom Stanley as well. So these 4 cars, 5 cars should I say, all battling it out here towards the end of this race because Ben Hackerson has caught up to the back of this group towards the end of this race, and still through the old hairpin now. Tom Stanley looking to get the better run through there on John Roberts, and Stanley just can't get alongside there. The position you need as you head into McLean's.
Oh, he's looking to the outside, and that might be a bit of a problem because here comes Jim Flanagan, who never gives up, does he? And also there's Ben Hackerson, who wants to gain more of those positions. Into the right-hander we go now. This is going to be interesting. We're heading onto the back straight. John Roberts might have to start to do some defensive driving here because Tom Stanley's got a pretty good run on the exit. We're about to enter the chicane now and start the final lap of the race.
We've just lost Craig McLeod-Evans as well.
Oh no. So Craig Evans, is he disqualified? I think he is, yeah. Another incident limit claimed there. And now onto the final lap.
Yep, final lap then. The white flag is out. Jim Flanagan trying to hold on to position ahead of Ben Hackerson, whereas Tom Stanley is trying to attack John Roberts ahead of him. It's all going on, it's all kicking off here. Jim Flanagan now, he's lost the position to Ben Hackerson, and he's got Alex Everett now, side by side, down the Craner curves for the final time. Will Alex Everett hold it up, and contact between him and Flanagan. Flanagan's off into the kitty litter and onto the grass, and Alex Everett, well, he's not giving the position back. He's not his driver there, he's off. He's scampering away while he can. Clinton Bell now gets ahead of Jim Flanagan. Absolute nightmare for Jim there. Well, heading down the back straight for the final time in this race, it is Ashley Sutton heading into the chicane. And, well, what a double. It's been a while since we last had somebody do a double. I'm sure we'll have to look through the record books for that one. But Ashley Sutton comes across the line to win race 2 of the evening, round 20. Chris Wood, it was a good opportunity for him, but he finishes in second place. A good result for him. Oh, a little bit of rubbing between Hackerson and Stanley as they go across the line there as well. Further down the order as well, I'm looking for Tristan Bodice, and he comes across the line then, does Tristan Bodice, to win the Tier 2 Championship, finishing in 11th place. Well done to Tristan for that one. Great effort from him all season. The last few of the drivers coming through. Look at this. Chris Sherburn and Dale Green heading into the final chicane for the final time. Max Wright looking to the outside of Dale Green. Sherburn it is who keeps ahead of Dale Green. Max Wright trying on the recovery drive to gain as many places as possible, but doesn't quite get the job done on Dale Green there. And yeah, that's pretty much everybody who has finished on the lead lap. So exciting race there, Adam, and why don't you take us through those final standings of round 20 of season 5 of the Club Series?
Yeah, so Ash Sutton takes the double then. Long time since we had a race 1 and a race 2 winner. Gained 19 positions on his way to the win. Chris Wood finishing in second, so close to getting that win that he owes Paul, maybe in 2017. Ben Gregory finishing in third on the podium. Gain of 6 spots for him, 7 positions gained for John Roberts, finishing in 4th. Gain of 10 for Tom Stanley, finished in 5th. 6th, Ben Hackerson, started in 33rd place. A gain of 27 positions for him. 7th, Alex Everett. 8th, Clinton Bell. 9th, Jim Flanagan, the pole sitter. And 10th, Ian Roskell. Cars that started inside to the top 10 that finished there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11th for Tristan Bodice, Tier 2 winner for this season. Jason Rowe finishing in 12th after starting on the front row. Scott Malcolm in 13th. It looks like we're doing an attempt at a photo here on the front of the grid. 14th, Lorne Murray. Scott Malcolm in 13th. 14th, Lorne Murray. Mark Woodhouse limping the car home in 15th. Dan Blake in his final ever Kia race for now in 16th. 17th, Rob Gray and Matt Bunn finishing in 18th, enough to help CQR to the Teams Championship. 19th, Sean Gardner, and 20th, Dave White. Stuart McFadden in 21st place after starting 43rd. Michael Hall finishing in 22nd with a severely damaged car. 23rd for Lyndon Swaby. Chris Sherburn 24th. 25th, Dale Green. Max Wright in 26th after what could have been his best opportunity to win the Tier 2 Championship. 27th, Bill DeCare. Stephen Baxter 28th. Then 29th, Lewis Bibby got disqualified on the last lap of the race. Sharon Kaiser had to take a pit stop early on, fell a lap behind. Dave South also 1 lap down. Adam Hadfield also a lap down along with Neil Rocks. Craig Evans, who got disqualified as into the air. They go up, they're going out on a high. And literally 32nd Adam Hadfield, 33rd Neil Rocks, 34th for Craig Evans, 35th Perry Warburton. Andrew Whitehead also 7 laps down in 36th. James Leggett 9 laps down in 37th, and then we had many cars more laps down. Ben Warburton 13 laps down in 38th, 15 laps down Sam Reed, Diogo Melro 15 laps down in 40th. Ethan McColgan 41st, 16 laps down. Alan Brown also. I think he only managed to. I don't think he even managed to complete a single lap of racing across the 2 races tonight. 42nd, 17 laps down. Pete Newman and Stuart Atkinson both involved in the chaos that we had at the start of the race. 43rd and 44th for them.
So yeah, so that is the round 20 results then, and I can tell you that the point standings have been updated for us as well. So we'll be able to give you the final rundown of the standings. Well, with Tier 1 then, as we knew going into this week, Diogo Melro is the champion, 143 points ahead of Matt Bunn, and in the end, Michael Hall is in 3rd place in the championship behind his teammate, so not able to get a run on his teammate at the end there. Ben Gregory in 4th, so gained a position in this final round there on Adam Hadfield, who's 5th. Alex Everett running out in 6th place, so great work from the privateer there. Chris Wood, 7th place, with Ian Roskell in 8th. Jeroen Kaiser running in 9th place for Team Mad, and then the first of the Tier 2 drivers, Tristan Bodis, in 10th place in your overall standings. But Adam, it was all about Tier 2 this final week, and why don't you take us through the top 10 of that standings?
Yeah, so Tristan Bodis takes the win there, 41 points ahead of Scott Malcolm. In the end, Max Wright finished in 3rd, 97 points behind. Jim Flanagan managed to get up to 4th in the end. Jason Rowe also up 2 positions. This is all due to the fact that Andrew Woodhouse wasn't racing at this weekend. Sean Gardner finished in 6th place. Andrew Woodhouse 7th in the end, 235 points behind, just getting pipped to 6th actually. Sean Gardner only finished 4 points ahead of him. The unrelated Mark Woodhouse in 8th for Radical Racing UK. David White finishing in 9th, and Stuart McFadden rounding out the top 10 there. Shall I do the teams?
Yeah.
Okay, CQR are the team's champions, beating Team Mad in the end. It was 5 points behind going into the final race meeting. They were 146 points ahead at the end of it. Radical Racing UK finishing in 3rd. Club 73 with Hive Hill Motorcycles in 4th. GBR Brit Modeler in 5th. 6th for GVR. Only 3 points between those two in the end. Also, Mech Academy dropping down 2 places to finish 7th in the end, with Club 73 with Nitro Helmets finishing in 8th. Boosted Motorsport managed to overtake Team Dial-Up in the final race meeting of the season, highlighting the absence of Andrew Woodhouse and what was another awful race meeting for the two of them, for the 2 Warburtons. Kunstvoller, Subaru for You finishing in 11th, GBR 2 Alter Play in 12th, Isle of Bays Automech in 13th, and completing the team's championship in 14th place, as they have been for most of the season, Electric Motorsports.
Yeah, and just finally, I just want to mention it, because I did mention during the racing, there has been an eye on the cleanest drivers as well, and Jason Rowe, he only missed 1 week. Average incidents per race 2.67, so really done a good job of knocking down and really keeping an eye on his driving. So well done on him, being the safest driver in the championship, with Scott Malcolm in 2nd and Dale Green in 3rd place in that one. So great to see those guys doing so well in that championship. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get to speak to Tristan Bodis shortly, but Adam, why don't you take it away with a man who had an eventful week, Mr. Tom Stanley?
Yeah, Tom Stanley, a good race too for you. Started 15th and you were able to get a top 5 at the end of the race.
Yeah, great result in that race. I was kind of scared going 3 wide on the start of it, but it managed to hold out, so I was quite pleased with that move. But yeah, it was a great meeting for Radical for both races, so it's a fantastic result.
And a good race one as well. You were able to get, was it 6th place in the first race of the evening as well?
Yeah, 20th on the grid to 6th place in first, and I got 15th to 5th in this race. So you can't ask better for that. It just shows my qualifying pace needs improving, should I say, and the race pace. I'm just on it.
Well, how would you rate your season then? It's been a pretty hectic one.
Yeah, there's been up and down moments. The high being my first win, and the lows being taken out or not being able to make the races. But I think in the drivers, I'm 15th, which again is still a decent result considering I missed about 3 rounds in total. So Again, not a bad season for me. Great season for Adam. Great season for Radical, getting that third place and moving up 2 positions from last season.
What about next season then? Are you going to be back in the club series?
I'm afraid not. I'm not back in the club series next season. With a change of job, I haven't really had time to practice as much, so I have to give something up, and sadly it has to be this.
Oh, what a shame, but well done on your racing today, and well done on your racing all season, and thanks for taking the time to come and speak to us. Before we let you go, do you want to send any quick shout-outs to anyone?
Again, thank you for the admins to the club series. Done an amazing effort to bring a great season all round. Thank you to Apex Races TV for the broadcasters every single week that I can just watch myself crash or get a great result. And yeah, thank you to Adam and Mark for 2 seasons of great teammates and great results along the way.
Right.
I was just going to say, just before you go off, be honest, how many times have you watched that race win back?
A couple.
Just a couple, okay.
Just a couple.
Great. Well done on your fights through the field in both races, and well done on this season in the club series. Thanks for talking to us, Tom.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Okay, so there's Tom Stanley, and now we will bring in Tier 2 champion, Mr. Tristan Bodis. Tristan, congratulations on the championship. You had to fight for it in the end there, just missing out on the reverse grid for race 2 as well.
Yeah, do you know what? This is probably one of the only times you'll catch me speechless. I have no clue what happened there, missing out on the reverse grid. I thought it's going to be a tough race. So much happened. I don't know if it caught on the broadcast, but I got a massive tank slapper at one point, and I thought, this is it, it's over.
Well, the thing is, you hung on to it in the end, and what's more, you got yourself a good 11th place finish there as well. And crucially for you, going into that final race, Max Wright ended up being involved in the crashing down the crane of curves, and Scott Malcolm, you managed to keep him behind as well.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Max there. He was, I think, 34 points behind me going into that race. He got lucky on the reverse grid. I basically thought, I'm going to struggle to hang on to this. I don't actually know what happened to him. I haven't seen it back yet, but that's really unfortunate. Both Scott and Max, they've pushed the Tier 2 championship all the way to the end. It's been great.
And so, obviously, you're going to be delighted with winning the championship, but also for GBR Brit Modeler, your team finishing 5th in the team's championship, just at 3 points ahead of GVR. You must be delighted to get the run on GVR there.
Yeah, I had absolutely no idea where that was going, if I'm honest. I've not seen the points tables. We were hoping that we could gain a couple of spots, myself and Ian were in quite a good place there at the end of race 2. And we've just been talking about that backstage and said, we'd do well if we'd gained a couple of spots in the team. So, yeah, happy about that as well. We've had, not the greatest start as seasons, but towards the end there, we've really pulled it back.
Well, we will be seeing yourselves, GBR and yourself, back for next season.
Yeah, of course, mate. Absolutely love the series. I'll take a minute now, to thank everyone that puts the time in, everybody that turns up week in, week out, the organisers, you guys for broadcasting it. Without everybody, the series wouldn't be what it is.
You've saved me a question there, so go and have a lie down in a nice dark room and sell you just to calm your nerves there, because that was a hell of a season from yourself, and congratulations on the Tier 2 championship.
Yeah, thanks guys, it's been a blast. Thanks again to everybody else. I'll see you guys throughout the winter, I'm sure.
Absolutely, no worries. And so that is Tristan Bodis, Tier 2 champion, joining us. And Adam, why don't you take us have a chat with the man who unfortunately finished 2nd place in that Tier 2 championship, Mr. Scott Malcolm.
Yeah, Scott Malcolm, 2nd in the Tier 2 championship. Did you ever think going into that final race meeting there was a chance of possibly pipping Tristan Bodis to that top spot?
No. There's always a chance. There's always a chance if I start behind him, but I just could not get by him. But then Ian got in the mix, and obviously there was the team tactics going on, which was fair enough, and I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it.
It might not have ended in success for you, but how would you rate this season of racing in the club series?
This has probably been the best see the best season of Kia races I have ever done. To be in that position mid-season and to be in with a shout going into the last 2 races is just, I can't imagine that either. But I'll give it another go next year and then hopefully go one step better.
Great, well, before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone?
Just everybody for putting on such a great series. You guys for putting on a good broadcast. My teammates for putting up with me. We nearly done it, but let's see what happens next season.
Right, well, second place in the Tier 2 Championship. Well done on that, and yeah, thanks for taking the time to come and speak to us.
Right, cheers Adam.
Yeah, Scott Malcolm joining us in the booth there. And because it's the final round, because people want to chat to us all of a sudden, people are usually shy with us in the commentary box, but final round of the season, everyone wants to speak to us. So, hello, Mr. Craig Evans. You had an eventful couple of races there at this race.
Hello. Yeah, it actually wasn't. It was quite fun to end the season, and I think it was my first race back for a few weeks, so I thoroughly enjoyed that. Had to end on a good note and get disqualified though, so it was great.
Well, just talk us through your season, because of course you were a Tier 2 champion last season. I've slept since then, I'll be honest with you. It's been a long year. Seeing someone like Tristan take the Tier 2 championship though, will you be back next season to hopefully have a chance of maybe, if you get put down there in the Tier 2 standings, just to fight it out once again?
I don't think your pal James Leggett's going to be happy because he was the champion last season.
Oh, it was James. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I tell you what.
It was fun nonetheless though. No, it's good to see Tristan. I've known Tristan for 5 or 6 years. We used to race back in Gran Turismo many years ago doing a Sunday League Championship. So to go from that to this, it's been great fun, and then to see him get the title as well. As for my season though, it didn't really start. I don't think I've done half the races. I missed out the mid part of the season just because I had no internet for about a month. So it's a bit of a shame to miss it, but it was good watching it. Everybody put on a good show. You guys great commentating on the admins as well, so it was good to watch despite not being able to race for half of it.
But next season, will you be back Isle of Base racing, or are you sort of looking at other things, or what's your plans?
I'll definitely be back. Won't be able to make all the races just due to work commitments. I'll be missing a few every now and again. But no, I'll be back, whether it's this team or joining up with the Automet guys or whoever else. I'll be back again. So, but yeah, gotta give obviously shout out to Tristan again for winning the championship, and also Scott Malcolm and Max Wright. They're both Automet guys, so they did well to get second and third as well. I'm not forgetting the ones who did Tier 1. But yeah, I'll be back and hopefully going to be pushing them. Maybe not a title, but pushing them nonetheless for a race win.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for joining us, Craig, and have all the best for over the winter.
Thanks very much. This made it on the broadcast this time, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Catch you later.
Thanks a lot there, Craig Evans. And just finally then, Adam, why don't you take it away with Stu McFadden?
Oh, Stuart McFadden, you seem to be a regular occurrence on all of our broadcasts here on Apex Racing TV, and today probably wasn't the best race meeting. You managed to get 21st in race 2 though.
Yeah, not the best meeting, but I've had a great season, and to finish it off, just absolutely not the best way I would like to finish it off, but hey ho, onwards and upwards to next season.
Yeah, top 10 in the Tier 2. Could you pick out a highlight of your season in the Club Series this season?
All of it has just been so great, especially with the Ultimate guys, Scott, Max. It's just been really, really great with them, so all of it's been a big highlight.
Next season then, yeah, you're planning to return to the Club Series?
Yeah, of course. It's such a great series, so yeah, I'll be returning.
I'll probably let you go. Do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah, just all the Ultimate guys and Scott Malcolm for giving me such good tutoring with this car. I mean, 3 months ago I would have been nowhere without him, so a big shout out goes to him.
Oh, and our final interview of the year. Well done on the top 10 in the Tier 2 Championship, and yeah, hopefully it leads on to bigger and better things next season in the Club Series.
Yeah, thanks Adam.
Stuart McFadden, thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, so that was Stuart McFadden then, and we can finish off the broadcast finally. It's been a long old season there, 20 rounds of the season, 10 weeks. We had the break, the mid-season break, after 1 week of the season. But, just final thoughts on the championship. It just keeps on getting bigger and better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely going from strength to strength, this club series at the moment, and we had it again. It might not have been the title decider that we all wanted, but yeah, congratulations to Diogo Melro, to Tristan Bottis, and to CQ on winning their retrospective championships. And we go off for a well-deserved Christmas break, I think, Paul, and we'll be back in the new year, where the championship's going to be just as good as ever. Yeah,
it certainly will be good. There will be details on their Facebook page, and I'm sure on the website as well, for details of Season 6. That's theclubseries.co.uk, for keep an eye on that for information about Season 6 that will be coming out very shortly. But, it's been a delight to broadcast once again on the Sundays to finish it off as we did. Congratulations to everyone, for not just the champions, but everyone who took part, to everyone who won races, and people who got their debut wins and in the series as well, so congratulations to them. So from myself, Paul Smith, from Adam Bath, and let's not forget, a big thanks to Samuli Kumo as well for doing the cameras, for running the stream, for keeping everyone in check in this commentary booth. So thanks a lot to Sam, as always. And, it's the first time I'm saying this year, but I'll hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a very Merry New Year. Goodbye.